Hi, Virgo, and welcome to June 2022. Are we excited? It's summertime, right? Did we make it through the eclipse by no longer fearing change? How important is that for us to embrace the change? Yeah. Retrograde season, yeah, it's happening. But haven't we become somewhat used to the changes of the seasons and the things that make us better in order to grow, right? Okay, let's go. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus for the month of June. Wow, spiritually driven without question. The yin and the yang, of course, the two polar opposites that become whole on your journey is known, is knowing, is. Traveling. Where are you going? Where are you headed? All you know is that you are done. You are done, Virgo, with all of where you came from, all of the energy that you put forth in helping others and being your beautiful, helpful self, because you are of service for others. You're exhausted, and now this eclipse is like, okay, I'm done. Virgo's like, I'm done. Oh yeah. And you're letting everyone know that now you have reached, oh my God, how beautiful is this? You have reached this higher ground on your spiritual path of not saying that you're not going to help others, right, Virgo? That's impossible. But holding back when necessary, right? Being armored and being there for others. There's a balance that is required when you have these two different the difference of the silver and the gold, the difference of how you can manage to be your truth and still attain the freedom to do so, to be you. How beautiful is that, Virgo? So eclipsing and cutting things out, the people, the places, the things, again, I'm going to say it because things have been draining you for quite some time. And now all you want is peace. And you see that if others don't they tend to not see your vision, your ways. It's not because they don't care for you and not love you. They just don't see, or you don't see where you're headed. You're just trying to go with the flow right now because you're very drained. You're drained physically and mentally drained by maybe it's others' expectations of you, right, Virgo? I mean, right? It's time that you cut out the people, places, and things. We know it's the eclipse season, but you know, this is the pinnacle of where you're headed. And being accepted for your differences, for your idiosyncrasies, and not letting it get you down, but just saying, hey, this is who I am. And if you don't fit the mold, then, because what Virgos bring to the table is the treasures that are within you that bring you this payout of, wow, I literally, this is 10 and this is 10. And look at how different this is. And why is this so different? Just like the first card that came out as the Chariot. The difference of who you represent yourself as to others can be either very draining or can be very accepting. It is a blessing and a curse to have the idiosyncrasies of such a dynamic personality that Virgos are, right? Virgos, they fight the good fight because of why? Because of what you believe. What you believe in has everything to do with how you fight the good fight. Now, there are some of your peers or friends or whomever who have battled it out with you and lost. And then there are those who say, wow, so that's how Virgo does it. Because they take the high road. Yeah, you do. You take the high road because you know how to express yourself clearly. You're not afraid to take the leap of faith into the unknown because of what deep faith you have of yourself. And that's a trait. That's a beautiful trait to have. To be unencumbered by the fear and fears of where you've been to get to where you're at today. Right? It's beautiful. The inner treasures that you have, the care and compassion that you give to others in service is what Virgos are. Virgos are in service. And to have others see you as that higher ground, the crown chakra, the violet, right? The path that you're on now is bringing all of your treasures out so others can see you very clearly and to say, you know what? I'm not going to accept anything else but great happiness, abundance, love, and I'm free. I'm free, and that's what, financial freedom. It's not only financial, it is a growth of self. This is how far you've come because you have spoken up and out to others who can't come on the journey, and they're not vibing on the same frequency as you. And that's sad but true. Sad but true. That this is where you have come from, and now where you're at now is this. I could stop right here. Are you kidding me? Look at these cards. What has ended is a part of what in your persona, others' expectations, what they did and did not disagree with you about. That's like, oh well. Because I'm free to be me as I am, accepted for that, and that's who I am. So let's use the Light Seers deck to get a little more in depth. Right, and that's what your message is to the world. Your message is, I am who I am, like it or not. I'm showing you, I'm telling you, the honest to goodness person that's standing in front of you in service to all that is. Wow. And you reap the rewards because of your truth, Virgo, and how you serve. And I'm talking even animals. The way you take care of your animals. The way that you take them to their doctor's appointments. You make sure that they have their shots. You can you're saving this beautiful bird right here from getting tangled up. This is your truth. You're showing people, Virgo, and I just got chills. You're showing people your truth and your diversification diversification of that is not black and white. It's not. It's a whole plethora of beautiful talents, inner treasures, inner treasure of who you are is now what you're not afraid to show to everyone. And it makes you happy because, you know, those people, Virgo, who accept you for who you are, very, you know, it's cool. It's great. And the ones who haven't and couldn't be on the same path and destiny, you know, they'll get there sooner or later. They're just not, they're not there yet. So no judgment is placed on those who cannot see. Some of those who cannot see you for what you bring to the table, the inner treasures of your idiosyncrasies, of people that don't know you well, Virgo, right? What they don't see is what they're gonna what? They're gonna judge you. Oh yeah, that Virgo, he thinks, she thinks that they're all that. Because now, in a place where there were endings and energy withdrawing your energy or lack of energy because you knew that the things that your truth or another set you free to literally be exactly who you have always been, but no one saw it as such. People have not been completely embracing your yin and yang. They like to judge because what else do human beings judge? Especially when you're putting on a happy face. You're happy. Even Virgos, listen, even in times of like sadness, grief, all of this time that has passed, all of this time that has passed, that has withdrawn your energy because they wanted to judge and had to leave your world, you're still in having this light disposition, embracing your inner treasures. You're financially set. That was the path. Your path is to just show up as who you are, however dynamic and different. That's what the two sphinxes are. Dynamic and different. And that's who you are. But not everyone accepts the differences in a Virgo because they don't know you like I do. And that's what you're saying. I mean, it's plain to me, it's plain as day that your beauty that lies within is the way that you can accept yourself while others don't. Right? So, Virgo, embrace who you are as you have now come to this place of wholeness. The number 2 is the yin and the yang of yourself. The sun is what? Our Heavenly Father. You are being guided. You have been guided all along by actually showing up as the light even through all the crap. Even when the chips are down, God has always had a hand in your growth. God is showing you the way forward because now you're seen as and accepted through the eyes of God. The love that you have is now accepted as the self. The changes of the season, the changes of mind, the changes of whatever that you have undergone the last 10 years even has changed you. And now you see the light of a new day because you have endured, because you have held your head up high and literally been the light. I'm not saying you haven't had a bad day, no, but you know that you're being spiritually driven to grow and to become whole. And that is a beautiful depiction of how spirit works. Like, I think Virgos have a tend to judge themselves so harshly. You're your worst judge. Isn't that the truth, right? To not literally self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is the part of us that are the worst. The worst of all is not so much, I mean, yeah, in addition to others judging, it's also us judging ourselves for not being good enough at some point, right? Being the last in line. And look at, I'm not even joking, the Father. You know that you are being guided by Spirit, by our Heavenly Father and the Blessed Mother to receive the goodness that you so deserve, that makes you so happy to be you. It's absolutely beautiful, Virgo. I send you so much love, and what a great depiction of you finally accepting yourself just the way you are. I'm running a special in my biofeedback practice to heal our mind and bodies emotionally, right? To merge the two to be whole as one. So if you're interested, I had to catch my breath. So if you're interested, please don't hesitate to reach out. Okay, I'll tell you what the special is, and I'll give you all the details if you're needing any of my help. Okay, just reach out. I send you so much love and light. Take care.